Sponsor. Live in downtown Detroit. Local 4 live stream with Jason Carr starts now.
How's it going? What's up?
Oh, you know. Good
No,
Tuesday
I don't.
morning.
That's why I asked.
It's going well.
A diamond bought by a woman in England for $8. Is it $8? Oh, it'd be 15 pounds, right?
That's something like that.
Whatever the conversion is. Actually, 15 pounds, isn't that like $30?
I don't know what what it's going for. Right
Anyway,
now.
for a very small sum of money, be it pounds or dollars, she bought the diamond at a flea market or a car jump, I believe they call them over there. $500,000.
Yeah, quite an investment.
It was cut in an old-fashioned way that didn't reflect its true brilliance, and it took a jeweler noticing it on her finger to say, hey, you might want to have that checked out. What do you think?
I think I need to start shopping for more costume jewelry.
Janet Jackson on Herb Alpert's single Diamonds from 1987. Who knew that that song was 30 years old this year?
I didn't know Herb Alpert, was part of that.
It was his song, and she guest vocalized on it.
Okay.
The woman wore the diamond, completely unaware of its value for decades. The owners eventually brought it to a jeweler for appraisal. It's believed to have been cut in the 1800s. Unknown how it ended up at a London flea market.
Yeah, it was probably before they etched with lasers. There was a serial number or some sort of code in there so you could follow it back. But
Diamonds. Russian woman got some help in the garden from a fluffy friend. Thinks he's doing a great job. What are we looking at here?
well, that's a bear, and he's helping in the garden. It's unclear if this is this woman's pet or this is just it's probably not a wild bear. It's quite amazing.
It's the unsinkable Molly Felsing joining us. Good morning, Molly. Edna says, wow. Ha ha ha, these songs, according to Tiffany. Herb's a great guy. So says Stephanie Collins. Ask me, when was the last time I rode in a Cadillac Sedan?
When was the last time you rode in a Cadillac Sedan?
I was driven in a Cadillac Sedan 1 year ago today.
That 1 year ago today?
Yeah, it was really crazy. Wow. It was really crazy. The car had Wi-Fi, and I was able to do a Facebook. It was crazy.
The car had Wi-Fi?
The car is a mobile hotspot. It's a Wi-Fi hotspot.
Wow.
Yeah. And Dustin, our digital manager here at the station, was behind the wheel, and I was seated next to TV's Ken. And Dustin was driving so slow, birds were flying past us on the lodge.
Mm-hmm. Birds are fast.
Took forever to get there. Did you know that crows can recognize faces and hold grudges against people?
I can imagine they hold grudges.
All right. At least 1,000 U.S. Naval Academy midshipmen and women participated in the annual Herndon Monument Climb. Each year, the freshman class form a human pyramid around the 21-foot statue to retrieve the hat off the top. But the task is not as simple as you think, with the monument covered in vegetable shortening, also known as, what, Crisco?
Crisco, yeah. And then they've got to get a upperclassman hat up on the top. Pretty neat. Now, it reminds me of my travels. So in Valencia, Spain, they have a festival called La Tomatina, where they take all the overripe tomatoes from all across Europe.
Oh, yeah, you told me about that.
And they have the largest food fight. Every year, it's the largest food fight ever. And before it starts, there's a giant telephone pole that's covered in Crisco, and there's a ham tied to the top of it. And the food fight doesn't start until that ham gets cut from the rope, which is like the weirdest tradition. But it took like 2 hours for it to happen. This took an hour and a half.
The more you know.
The more you know.
Rich and compelling. Oh, wow, look. It's time for Rich and Compelling.
Look at that.
Wait, what's going on here?
Oh, you got the mama duck jumping off.
Oh, okay.
And then,
Yeah, sure.
Here we go.
Uh-oh. Are we going to have some moving about of noisy furniture?
Well, there's a lot of people changing offices lately. I don't know what's happening, but maybe.
Can you put the ducks up full? Where did you get this video?
I don't know. You may have seen it on Boing Boing.
You what now?
Boing Boing, I think I saw it on yesterday. But it's that time of year, you know. All these ducklings are making their way to the water. So do you want to be the first duckling off the edge, or do you want to be somewhere in the middle, or the last one? You probably don't want to be the last one.
You know how my grandmother taught me to not be afraid to do something like this?
How?
She pushed me
Yeah.
off the end of the dock.
Yeah, you don't see enough mother ducks doing that.
I could do better. I can do anything better than you.
No, you can't.
Yes, I can.
No, you can't.
Yes, I can.
No, you can't.
Yes, I can. Yes, I can.
Anything you can be, I can be greater. Sooner or later, I'm greater than you.
No, you're not.
Yes, I am.
No, you're not.
Yes, I am.
No, you're not.
Yes, I am. Yes, I am. I can shoot a partridge with a single cartridge.
I can get a sparrow with a bow and arrow.
I can live on bread and cheese.
And only on that,
Yep.
suck in a rat.
Any note you can sing, I can sing higher.
I can sing any note higher than you.
No, you can't.
Yes, I can.
No, you can't.
Yes, I can.
No, you can't.
Yes, I can.
Yes, I can. So yeah, so we're in this Cadillac, and I'm doing a Facebook Live, and Dustin is driving, like, I'm not kidding, he's going like 45, and I'm vamping the entire way, right?
Yeah.
Now I can make it from my house to WDIV. Police officers, plug your ears. And my record time is 19 minutes.
That's not bad. Yeah.
Not bad, right?
No.
It took us, how long did it take us to get here from Southfield? TV's Ken said an hour and a half. So this entire time I'm doing this Facebook Live, and I'm like just trying to fill time to get to the big reveal. Fashion in 2017 might be heading for the stars. Coach has a new NASA-themed collection, Coach Space, which is full of retro designs and colors. You have the Dylan bag, because there's no dirt in space, so go ahead and buy white leather. Okay. You can space rock the space varsity jacket. How about the Rogue purse complete with space badging? And then the Rocket crew neck sweater.
Apollo 11. Or no, that's just Apollo. But you know what that sweater reminded me of? This.
Oh, yeah.
Right? It's,
Wow.
I think that's like almost the same sweater, just a different shade.
Daddy. Daddy. I don't want to hurt you, Wendy. I just want to bash your brains. Nicholson was great in that movie. Of course, Stephen King famously could not stand the Stanley Kubrick version of his novel. A new virtual reality project is looking to convince caged chickens they're actually out on the farm. Second Livestock is a conceptual art project that sees battery hens strapped over exercise balls and fitted with virtual reality goggles intended to convince these captive animals that they're out in the barnyard having the time of their lives.
Yeah, this is very real. This is I'm sure it'd be way too expensive to try and implement at this point, but they put them in these little tanks. So it's on a rubber ball that rolls, so when they're walking, it actually feels like they're walking around, and they're going to have this type of view. So when they're looking around, they see other chickens, virtual chickens, and this could be a reality. This is how we might be farming chickens one day. I know. I know.
It's ridiculous.
The chicken matrix.
It's going to peck at the red pill or the blue pill. This dog from Ontario, Canada, has over 3,000 Instagram followers, but his latest video has been viewed 22,000 times. The verdict's in. I fought the air, and I won. Baxter.
Baxter. Bark twice if you're in Milwaukee.
I'm not even. You pooped in the refrigerator and ate the whole wheel of cheese. I'm not even mad. That's amazing.
All right, thanks.
Okay, can you go away from the video for a second?
Now, while you're pulling something up, I found this, which is really strange. This looks like a pigeon who is waiting.
Cheating death?
No, just waiting on a train. You're supposed to stay behind the yellow line, but look at this. I mean, he like waits for the door to open, and you wonder if he's got a ticket, but
Come on.
yeah.
There's no way. That's CGI or something.
It doesn't look very good quality of video, so I mean, like, there could be something to that. All right,
Yeah.
back to the dog.
Yeah, back to the dog. Ready?
Mm-hmm.
All right, Baxter.
What song is that?
Grazing in the Grass by the Friends of Distinction.
Friends?
It's from the Anchorman soundtrack.
Yeah, okay.
Which is by, Baxter. I'm trapped in a glass case of emotion. A Russian news broadcast was interrupted last week when a friendly black lab wandered onto the set. The anchorwoman tries her best to continue reporting until the dog jumps onto the desk. She shouts, "I've got a dog here. What is this dog doing in the studio?" before saying to viewers, "I actually prefer cats. Yes, I am a cat lady."
Можно будет через интернет или в районном отделении МФС. Артем Васёв расскажет подробнее. Что у меня делает собака в студии, ребят? Я вообще кошатница. Я кошатница, Юля. Ну что ж, мы продолжаем выпуск. Итак, итоги выборов на благо людей, а не во вред. Об этом заявил президент России.
All right.
Mm-hmm.
You had the train already,
Yeah,
right?
we moved things around.
Okay. Elviss's Jet up for auction. His last privately owned jet will be sold to the highest bidder in Beverly Hills. There you see it. Bidding starting at $10,000, but it's expected to sell for $2 million.
Yeah, it looks like it's in pretty rough shape. I don't think you could fly it at the moment. No, the seats do look nice, Jake. Yeah.
Red velvet seats, sofas, and curtains. Been out at Roswell International Air Center for about 30 years. Isn't that where all the old aircraft are?
I think so, yeah. So, I mean, $10,000, yeah, Okay, 2 million? That's a different
A
story.
little out of the price range.
Yes, I wouldn't pay anything more than 1.9.
Moe and Moe in Bangkok, Thailand is becoming known for their massive ice cream sundaes. Their 22 scoop strawberry sundaes loaded with mini waffles, vanilla soft serve, a layer of cake, vanilla and raspberry parfait, 3 packages of Pocky sticks.
I don't know exactly what a Pocky stick is. Yeah.
Okay. And strawberry slices. This giant creation costs upwards of $80 and can take 15 people.
15?
Do
I don't know
you
about
have
that.
15 close friends that you would share? Like it's
Share
like
that
double.
with?
It's like double dipping.
I don't think I need 15 to do that. I think if there's 22 scoops, then I just need like 11 of us. I think 11 of us could handle, 2 scoops each. And well, but there are a lot of other things in there.
Eventually, when we go world traveling, take this show on the road, we'll go to Thailand, try it out, see how we can do.
I think the 3 of us could do this.
I mean, it looks delicious. It's a matter of if I've eaten recently, how hungry I am.
I love that you got this great view of the waffles there too.
Yeah,
I would rather have a bacon cheeseburger pizza. Wouldn't you?
Yeah.
Can you take it full?
I guess.
What, no?
Well, there's pickles on it. I don't know about a pizza with pickles on it. I'm just very hesitant on that one.
Why? Do we have any closer, or is this
Yeah,
it?
there's a better one.
Okay, so what's your beef with this?
I love pickles. I've just never had pickles on a pizza before. I'm willing to try it. I just don't know
Never even heard
what
of that.
I'm in for there.
Jake, what would you eat that?
I mean, like I said, it sounds good. I've never, as John said, I've never heard of pickles on a pizza, but I mean, the rest of it seems good, so I'm sure the pickles wouldn't ruin it by any means.
I'm like eager to try this big time.
Now they also introduced new bacon cheddar sticks, so you'll have to check those out as well.
The Associated Press, 41 seconds ago, reporting the passing of Roger Moore, 007,
Wow.
at age 89, after a short battle with cancer. It's breaking across multiple news outlets reporting the passing of Roger Moore, famously played James Bond throughout the 1970s. Prior to that, he was the Saint. It's unfortunate, Roger Moore, beloved. Coming up live in the D, we are jam-packed, shall we say.
Ah, are you?
Yes.
What's happening on Live in the D?
I can't tell you that. If I told you, nobody would watch.
Really? You think?
It has to be a surprise.
Well, here, I've got, take a look at this. Graphics.
Wow, did you animate those yourself?
No. No, I had someone upstairs do it.
Back to our top story. A diamond bought by a woman in England for $8 is to be sold at auction in London next month and is expected to pull in at least, I love this random amount, $455,000.
I mean, not 456, it's 455.
Or not 450 or 500,000.
Round numbers, no.
$455,000.
Well, they got to do the conversion from pounds to euros to bitcoins back to dollars, right?
Something like that. The stone was purchased at a street market sale in West London back in the 1980s. The seller thought that due to its large size, it was merely a piece of costume jewelry. However, it has since been discovered to be a 26-carat white diamond from the 19th century. An expert says the older style of cutting made the diamond appear slightly duller and deeper than one would see in a modern facet. See what I did there? Mm-hmm. This could have tricked people into thinking it wasn't genuine. The owners do not want to be named, but they are incredibly excited as the diamond approaches auction.
You got to imagine
Can you take
too
it
that
full?
like you think it's fake, so you're just wearing it out all the time to just any event and any party, and then realize like, oh, I probably shouldn't have been wearing that the whole time.
Coco, do you have a second? Yeah. Coco McAvoy, can you stand right over here?
Okay.
And direct your attention to the monitor. John, can you take it full?
Yep.
Look at that.
Ooh. Is
What do you
that
think?
real?
That is real. It was bought at a flea market in the 1980s for like $10 or $15, something like
kidding
that. Because it was cut in an old-fashioned way. It wasn't as brilliant as it could have been.
Right.
So they thought it was costume jewelry. So the person that bought it, it's worth $500,000.
Oh my gosh.
That was a happy. I don't even know where that came from.
That's amazing. Where's that person? Like what state?
Look at
They're in London.
that. She wore it for years, thinking it was costume jewelry.
Yeah.
She wore it in the garden and you know, washing dishes.
Wow.
Walter says, "Hey, Miss McAvoy.
Hello.
Good morning, Coco," says Stephanie Collins.
How are you?
What's
Oh my gosh, I want that. That's amazing.
It's $455,000 now.
Wow, you're stunned. I
I
can
just,
tell.
well, yeah, and I just wonder how she feels. Like you said, I mean, she was gardening with it and everything, thought it was costume jewelry.
She's really excited, according to this. Incredibly excited.
I bet. Wow, because when I was walking by, I was like, oh, that's probably fake.
You think that's something?
not.
Take a look at this. This was video of her gardening.
No, that's not her. That is a bear, though.
Oh. No, that's funny.
Good morning, Sarasota. Thank you, Coco.
Yes. Amazing.
Кто мне помогает? Рома?
This is the bear in the garden in Russia.
Ой, помощник, ой. Копательский, да? Всё.
Yeah, bears make excellent gardeners. I've heard that. I mean, they're just on the precipice of understanding agriculture, and their culture is going to. I mean,
Look, he's got the tools right there.
he's
Clearly
got
knows
the
what he's
tools. You know, that's it. Once bears have tools and agriculture, it's over.
doing. All they need is thumbs, really.
Rise of the War of the Beginning of the End of the Planet of the Apes. How many words are they going to fit into these titles?
Enough.
There's another one coming, and it's got like a 10-word title. It's like Challenge of the War of the Rise of the Planet of the Apes or something like that.
Well, it's like this new ballpark that we've got on Michigan Avenue, which is what it is.
Oh, yeah, the,
Willie Horton Field, sponsored by Meyer at the Corner Ballpark, presented by Adient. That's not a joke.
Mouthful.
I wrote it yesterday.
Say it again.
Willie Horton Field, sponsored by Meyer at the Corner Ballpark, presented by Adient, the automotive seat manufacturer.
Well, of course.
Wow.
I know. I'm thinking of changing my name to Frito-Lay.
If you did, you might get paid. Thank you, Tammy. Where's everybody watching? Where are you located? And how are you watching us? See, we imagine you all sort of out there en masse, right? Mm-hmm. But really, everybody's separate. They're all
on their own phone. Some people might be sitting at a computer.
possibly.
Probably not.
I wonder how many people are actually watching on a desktop as opposed to a mobile device or an iPad. You know, you can. There's a way to watch this on regular TV. You can do it through like the Apple TV app. You can actually sit. I mean, I don't know how many people are going to bother to do that. I mean, you can just as easily fire it up in your news feed. But
Well, as more live video becomes available on Facebook, more people are going to be using that app to watch things on their television.
Roger is watching on his iPad in Sarasota. So, Roger, are you like kicked back? You've got your Jimmy Buffett concert T-shirt on, your sandals, your shorts. You're on the veranda or out on the lanai like the Golden Girls.
So everyone's checking in and telling us that they're on their phone. Is anyone watching on a computer?
When I'm at home, I watch on a desktop. When I'm not here.
Yeah.
Stephanie Collins is still in Royal Oak by Tanya's
Hey,
Pizza.
Sean Steckroth, my cousin, he's on his desktop. That's something.
There's more Steckroths?
Oh, there's so many Steckroths. I'm friends with something like 200 Steckroths on Facebook. We're secretly starting an army.
Christine is watching from Hawthorne, Nevada on her phone. Hawthorne, Nevada. Don't you say Nevada. I worked with somebody that when she worked in the Las Vegas television market, the news director there said, if you ever say Nevada, you're fired.
Nevada.
You know, some people say Nevada. It's Nevada.
Nevada. What was the joke you had? What was the capital? How do you pronounce the capital of Kentucky?
Is it Louisville or Louisville? The answer is Frankfurt. That one is. Oh, did you see the picture of Pippa Middleton and her husband driving away in the Jag?
No.
Oh, my buddy Dave Landau, the comedian, he had the best. Go to my Twitter and find the picture. I haven't tweeted anything since yesterday afternoon. Look at the picture and look at the caption, the tweet that Dave Landau wrote about Pippa Middleton. At Jason Carr TV on Twitter, by the way, if you want to know what I'm talking about. Comedian Dave Landau he repurposed a picture of the newlyweds driving away in a Jaguar. It's really funny. Are you trying to find it?
Yeah.
Dave writes, I can't believe he made her drive on her wedding day. And you know what makes that funny is the jaunty wave.
Yeah.
This like it looks like he's just being driven and she's the one, you know, because if I have to explain the joke, never mind. We don't even have to go there.
See, I want to get a British car here in the States. That way you can be the one odd man out who's delivering the mail, right?
Yeah. Can we see the dog out the window again?
Yeah, let's pull that one back up.
It's just too good. They're moving furniture around. In case you're wondering about the background noise.
Now, Walter Holloway's asking who is the best James Bond.
Breaking news over the last half hour, the passing of Sir Roger Moore, who famously played 007 in the 1970s, The Saint before that. He has passed away after a short battle with cancer at the age of 89.
It's very sad, but I don't believe he was the best.
You're going with Sean Connery?
I'm going with adversary. Well, surely it must be an adversary.
So here's the thing. Now, I came up in the 70s, and the ABC Sunday Night Movie was, you know, tonight on the ABC Sunday Night Movie, Roger Moore, Yaphet Kotto, Jane Alexander, To Live and Let Die. You know, the iconic voice of Ernie Anderson, the voice so often for that network and for like America's Funniest Home Videos. Sunday night was, if it was Bond, it was special, and most of the time that meant a Roger Moore rerun, because he was the James Bond of the 70s when I was growing up. I came to appreciate Sean Connery as I got older. I started renting Goldfinger and Thunderball and all those at the video store when I had a VHS player all to myself in my room. Not a VCR, it didn't record, it only played.
Now, did those Sean Connery ones seem dated?
No. In fact, I was when I saw Goldfinger, I lost my mind. I thought it was the best Bond movie ever. Arguably still is.
Yeah.
But I have an appreciation, a soft spot for the Roger Moore, James Bond movies, even though they got sillier and sillier, and at one point even had a boop sound effect during an action scene. But you don't have Austin Powers without In Like Flint and the 70s Bond movies.
Yeah.
You don't have, I mean,
I saw something with Mike Myers. He's going to be maybe doing a game show on one of those other networks.
Yes, they got sillier, but I would argue that was part of their appeal. I'll tell you right now, I don't care for the Daniel Craig James Bond movies. I think they're too self-serious. I think they're trying too hard to be like Jason Bourne.
I like Jason Bourne, and Yeah.
Let Bourne be Bourne. And let Bond be Bond is what I'm saying. I don't, the brooding self-seriousness, everything has gotten so serious.
Yeah. Where's all the fun? You know what? Guardians of the Galaxy, that's where the fun's at. Right?
Yeah, because the heroes aren't, they've got angst, but it's not like navel-gazing, like,
I have a
angsty
troubled
angst.
past, and here it is, yeah.
Sandy loves Jason Bourne. Helen is laughing that I had a VHS player. Yes, it was a machine that had been used by a video store by my house as a rental. Like people who didn't have VCRs would rent this suitcase of a VHS player, and they were selling one for $130. And I took
Which in today's money is like 20 grand, right?
Are you calling me old? I took one of my paychecks from the grocery store and I bought a used VHS player from a video store for $130.
It's wild because, I don't remember them ever renting DVD players when those came out. And those were never nearly that as expensive as I guess VHS players would have been when they came out.
You look at some of those old Highland appliance commercials and ads.
We've got bargains and bargains. No, that
bargains
was
and
ABC.
bargains and bargains. ABC Warehouse. It's not just a store. Get this Magnavox 19-inch color TV, $799.
Yeah. That's how much tech used to cost.
I'm watching the clock.
They're always on you.
My dad and I would watch all of the Bond movies together. It was a special time for me. Sad day for the Bond series, says Kate. Yeah, that was definitely a thing. When Bond was on a Sunday night movie, or a movie came out in the theaters, I can remember where I saw Moonraker. I was in Texas at a drive-in.
Yeah.
Octopussy was also at a drive-in. I think maybe the Wayne 1, 2, 3. No, that was what was the one that came out in '81? Why am I blanking?
Check it out.
The one with Sheena Easton. For Your Eyes Only.
Okay.
Saw For Your Eyes Only at the Wayne 1, 2, 3. I saw what? What was that?
Well, so we're using our second monitor right now, the monitor behind you, to put the picture of Roger Moore up. And we were just going to Google search what Bond movie came out in 1981, and then Google came up, and then we realized we had to, so.
Gotcha. Okay. Let's see. My grandfather took me to see 1983's Octopussy. I don't recall the theater. Might have been the Penn Theater in Plymouth. In 1983, a Sean Connery movie came out. Never Say Never Again. I saw that at the UA Theater inside the Rensen. We went to dinner at the Big Boy, which is now Andiamo, not Andiamo, the Muir Seafood. Used to be a Big Boy. I went there for dinner with my dad, and then we went to see Never Say Never Again at the UA Theater.
Big boy this weekend.
Yeah? What'd you have?
Slim Jim.
All right.
Betamax. Lisa loved him in The Saint. I remember when The Saint used to air on CBS back when Channel 2 was CBS in this market as like the late movie or like the late show. It'd be like The Saint, and then like Kolchak the Night Stalker would come on way before your
There was a show
time.
called The Saint?
The Saint. I think
remember
that's
there
pretty
was
much
a
how
movie with
Roger
Val
Moore.
Kilmer.
Basically, it was a television series, sort of audition. He was basically a spy in The Saint, and then they were like, "Hey, you make a great Bond." Hey, I got to get out of here. I have a TV show to do here in 8 minutes.
Stay classy, Detroit.